Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Máttugard, in Gundabad. I took the time to double check what exactly was happening with the quest, and it seems it should have advanced as soon as we entered Karos. So the wiki suggests if you're having the same issues as I am, you just gotta run back to Bushatlap and back up. Let's hope that's the case, because otherwise, yeah, it's still giving me the same issues. Seems we gotta backtrack a little bit more. Gotta use a new Slayer deed, because we will be fighting some enemies. Like going back to Bushatlap. A strange howling comes from the hall of Koros, high above Bushatlap. Alright, that was the text that we were supposed to get when we finished fighting the bats at the end of last episode, and sending you back up. That makes so much sense now. The ancient hall of Koros is overrun with terrifying cave beasts. Yeah, I had already realized. And we need to examine some orc corpses and bat corpses. Okay, that's new. It seems the goblins and the bats were trying to do something in here. They were driven away. And once again, we gotta fight a lot of these cave beasts. 10 of them. I mean, that's not the issue. That's not the issue here, but the bright side of all this is, even though we had to backtrack and we have lost a little bit of time doing all this, at least this has given us the chance to advance this layer deed a little bit more. But okay, now this all makes way more sense. You get the prompt to explore the camp, then you come to the camp and you get all the remote quests, the landscape quests that we got, gathering the trinkets, burning the Angmar bodies, exploring everything around. What I am not so sure about is if we'll need to explore further into the camp after we find the other bat corpse. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Talk to her Bruda near Bushatlap. That was so simple. So simple, really. I don't know how this quest bugged exactly. Maybe we were too fast for the game to keep track of us. Who knows? Now hit Bruda. As I suspected, we gotta re-enter the enemy camp, fight our way back, which once again gives us the chance and excuse to grind these deeds a little bit more. And as we have seen, especially with the Beast Slayer deed, we have made so much progress already that I hope we might be able to get this done before we leave this place. And the Orc Slayer deed is also relatively simple. Oh, come on. So maybe we'll have some luck with the Orc Slayer deed too. Each zone in Gundabad has one or two deeds that... I mean, most of the deeds will be really easy to complete as you just quest through the area, but some of the other deeds, one or two per zone, will be so annoying, so time consuming. That's where the real grind is at. But here we are. Well, that was exciting.
Shall endure. as we always have.
I did not expect to dismantle a goblin training area here in Máttugard. These beasts seem to be a problem, however. It may be a while before Koros is again safe for dwarves.
Our need is dire.
I was thinking some more about these Bat Riders. If there are goblins here in Máttugard, there are probably orcs too. We should search for an orc presence here and defeat any more Bat Riders that we find on the way. And for that... No. I mean, we have so much stuff to do that once again... I mean, this is a very open area. And once again, there is not a clear path. There's not a linear path. The game opens up in different directions during Gundabad. And, I mean, in hindsight, you can see this is something the devs have been working on for a while, making the game a little bit more open-ended, less linear, more like the good old days in a way, where you could go everywhere you wanted and would find something to do. But that in turn makes some of these things confusing, in my opinion. But you'll see, for example, Before the Shadows, Swampfleet and Cardolan has a lot of this design philosophy too. Especially Swampfleet, where you can just go wherever you want. There are some encouraged levels for you to do the areas, some suggested order, but it's not as enforced as some of the previous areas where you needed to complete one zone to unlock the quests in the next one. That doesn't happen there. That does happen a little bit in Gundabad, but each zone, as we have seen, is still open enough that you can pretty much tackle it in any order you want. At least Máttugard is that way. For example, here we have find a landscape quest. Nothing will bring you here. You gotta find this on your own. And this is some sort of riddle, but I don't remember all the steps to solve it. You find a strange plague in Máttugard. It says, the moon will light the way under the three peaks. Perhaps there is some special mirror or mirrors that need to shine upon the plague? The good thing about this is you will get the location of the mirrors in your map. The downside is that you'll need to do these mirrors in order. So once again, the game is not forcing you, but it's suggesting some paths to you. It's just that I'm not that good at reading all the signs, but... But anyway. Okay, another dwarf remain here. Ah, but we are missing one more. Alright. Oh, wouldn't you know? It's already here. Now, we gotta look for debris pile. Okay, here we go. We're already here, might as well do some of this to advance the legacy of Durin 2. I do remember the first time I wasn't here. It took a while to do this. You pull an old weapon of Dwarf made from the debris, a rune-covered sword. And that's it, basically. Now you just gotta bring this back to glowing, but here you will also find the petrified stone trolls that you need for the other quest. So I think we can run around this little place in here. You'll find most of the trolls in this place. Most of them, maybe not all of them, but enough of them, at least. Ah, okay, the stone troll statues you gotta destroy, so you gotta fight. And they have very high mitigations in comparison to the other mobs here in Gundabad. They do take a while. This mirror doesn't seem to be anything noteworthy about it, just yet at least. And here we have a great piece of visual storytelling, because we were told, of course, that there are many mirrors in Gundabad reflecting the light, just like in Moria. So once again, drawing the comparison between Gundabad in Moria retroactively, but still showing how Gundabad inspired Moria. But on the other hand, we also see all the light being reflected in this area, because of course, if we're gonna have all these stone trolls petrified in here, you need to have the light that petrified them. I hadn't stopped to think about that the first time I wasn't here. But I got a chance now, and I gotta say, that's very clever on the LOTRO team's part. Now it seems now I've gotten far too north, more than what I intended. But maybe we can try and climb the stairs, see if there are a couple more of these stone trolls to collect, as we make our way south back to Gloin, because, yeah, I don't think we were supposed to be in here yet. I don't know if we are supposed to be in here yet. Well, you see, this is a level 131 area, so maybe we are supposed to come here before we go to the south, where the enemies were level 132, but this guy is level 132 as well, so I no longer know. Well, here we have Gloin. At least we have that.
Gundabad is not won yet.
And have you got there? You found the sword here in Máttugard. Let me read these runes and learn if this weapon saw service during the 6th war. Gloin takes the sword from you and puzzles over its runes. Let's see. According to this blade belonged to a longbeard by the name of troll-hoard, a member of the garrison that remained in the mountain home when war took the rest of us away. No doubt he fought well against the forces that surged back into Gundabad, but he did not survive their attack. This is a fascinating find, Beriathan. During the 6th war, we did not advance far beyond the halls of Máttugard and the Welkin Lofts, for there were more pressing needs elsewhere. But today our goal is Gundabad, and we cannot leave the further halls unexplored and unconquered. The deeper we go into the mountain, the more danger we will find. troll-hoard would understand and be pleased. I will find a place of honor for his lost weapon.
The princess charged me with sending dwarves to scout the further reaches of Máttugard.
There is no shortage of eager explorers among both the Longbeards and the Shellroca, to their credit. I confessed to a certain hesitation when it came to sending 4 dwarves who fought with the Iron Garrison in Moria, but Bósi assured me that they were fully prepared to face the dangers ahead, and they had experience with this kind of holes. I believe him, but perhaps you can follow him and make certain my trust is not misplaced? Bósi and some of his kin went to the west, planning to skirt the southern side of the Great Pit. You see, yeah, they were supposed... we were supposed to come here first and do this northern area before progressing further ahead. What I'm not so sure about... yeah, we'll get a chance of finding more of these trolls in other areas of Gundabad, so we don't need to do all of it in here. I think this is a good time to go back south to where we were and resume our quests there, as well as we look for Bósi and his dwarves. Let's see, once again, might as well try to grind as many of these guys as we can for the deed. If we complete the Beast Slayer deed, that would be great. I mean, we'll get plenty of chances to fight the claws, the deep claws and the cave claws. But still. Maybe double check, in fact. I'm just curious. Oh, and here we are, back to Hedbruda. Awesome. Awesome. So that means we go back into camp. And once again, pull as many of these guys as we can. I gotta tell you, I'm so eager to hit level 131 so that I can start using the legendary boxes that I have stored, but also so that I can reforge my allies and get some extra boost in my stats. I'm so ready for that. And well, grinding the deeds will provide us a boost in XP, so let's hope that we can hit level 131 relatively quick. We'll see how it goes. Got a feeling. Yeah. Bósi for the bounty is supposed to be in here, but I guess 1 out of 2. Either he needs to respawn, somebody else got him, or he is not at this level in Gundabad, but I am under the impression that we are on the right level. Are we? Do we need to go down? This is confusing. This will be confusing for the first few hours. Okay, there's another way down. Trying to remember my way around this place. But here, we will find the first of the 2 hives we need to explore. Oh, here we have the bat for the bounty. He just needed to respawn. That's so fortunate. Awesome. There we go. You have defeated Bósi and assisted those who wish to reclaim Gundabad. Awesome. As I was saying, here we'll have the first of the hives we need to explore for Barthmat. I love that location, how it looks, how it was built. There's not a lot to it, just a couple hives and nests. And you can technically just skirt around to this side and avoid it. But we might as well, right? We gotta do the quest, and as far as I remember, on the other side is where we will find Bósi. Gredbyg buzz and swarm around the old mirror gardens. That's Vâr Nuchur. Okay. The royal gardens of Vâr Nuchur have been taken over by a hive of gredbyg. The insect hive covers the mirrors that once assisted in growing food in Máttugard. These mirrors should be cleared of the gredbyg hives that have been constructed upon them over the years. And I think we just need to take care of the mirrors, but there are so many gredbyg that, well, We need to defeat some of these guys too. So I'm thinking maybe if we try and once again pull as many of these gredbyg as we can. The thing is, these hive defenders, they fight from the distance, so it's not so simple trying to gather them all up. A queen. Yeah, that's what I thought. Queens like to do that. Now I'm not sure. Maybe there is another Gundabad chest in this place. I seem to remember there's something more here than just the hives, but we'll need to explore the place around. Nothing as far as we can see. Not yet. We can at least try to clear the way a little bit. Once again, gathering these guys up is not that easy, but we can try. Yeah, that works. Okay, so you collect the samples from different hives. Not the ones that are covering the mirrors, but different ones, it seems. 13, alright. Another queen. Let's take care of her. Come on. Freaking lag. Now, there's not a good place, as far as I remember, to grind the insect slayer deed of Máttugard. There are a few gredbyg locations, but you won't find big populations, in my opinion. I mean, it's really not worth it. So another reason why you should be using Slayer Deed accelerators. Truth be told, I've been saving all my Slayer Deeds, Slayer accelerators, ever since basically since I started the channel. At first, I didn't have anything useful to use them on. I was saving them for when I got to level cap and grinding some of those annoying deeds. And even though the deeds in Gundabad are not as annoying as some other places, the fact that you need to complete them all to unlock more quests, for me, is reason enough to be using all my Slayer tomes in here. But then, well, at least I'm glad I got to save some of them. And after I played through Gundabad and realized that's what this place was about, I started saving them even more. whenever they were on sale on the store and things like that. I think Bósi is gonna send us back here. Please tell me he's not. Oh, this is a way down. Down where? Oh, alright, to some of the orc encampments down below. Yep, they have respawned. I missed his mount. What a shame. Come on. There we go. You have successfully defeated Gredbyg and collected Grodbog hive samples for Barthmath. You should meet with Barthmath at Asbak-Hirfin once you have completed your tasks. Which I think is this place in here? Yeah. Missing a couple more hives for the other quest. There we go. Please don't lag. Yeah, I mean, they're practically dying on their own, but... Do it! God. You have uncovered the dwarf mirrors at Vâr Nuchur, allowing the light to shine down upon the old garden beds. Those who seek to reclaim the mountain home will thank you for your part in restoring Máttugard to its former beauty. Well, thank you. Doing my best. Stop it! God, whoever designed the queens. Another one? Stop it! Let's take care of those guys in here so at least we get the first tier of the Slayer did. Come on. Completed Máttugard Insect Slayer. Thank you so much. So let us check this. 5 LOTRO points reputation, basically. That's it. Insect Slayer Advanced. We need 200 of those. Good enough. 5 LOTRO points. You see, as I told you, you can skirt, you can avoid the gardens, the hive. This is where we were initially. So you just come here and, where's Bósi? He's supposed maybe to be downstairs on the lower area. I'll do my best not to complain too much about how confused am I. In this place, but yeah, we gotta find a way down. There was a way down. Which I think was this one. Now, there's something else we gotta keep our eyes open for. It's not necessary to finish the storyline in Gundabad, but it's good to do nonetheless. And that is keeping an eye open for the trophy hunter quests. There are trophy hunter quests much like Blood of Azog, so they are not as easy to find, but they are there. that quest with Bósi is level 132, so maybe we're not supposed to be doing that just yet. I'm so lost. And these orc camps that are down below are so full with enemies that I'd much rather wait until we are a little bit stronger before we try our luck at them. I don't think we will get defeated in them, but some of those enemies can still be challenging, as far as I remember. Not necessarily challenging, but maybe time consuming. Anyway, I much rather have a better gear and better chances before going there. Plus, I think we're about to get a couple more quests, so I just want to make sure about that. You explained to Lóssi about the Angmarim you found at Carros. I thank you for this information. If there is a secret path, I would not worry, Beriathan. Between the vicious cave beasts and my watch, they will not be able to ambush us here in Máttugard. Well, I'm happy you're optimistic about that. As you can see in here, there are so many stable masters in Gundabad that it's kind of crazy. But here, so far in Imrêkh-guthlu, there's only one guy that will have quest for us, plus this bounty, but there are some requisites in here that I don't remember too much, but there's more to this camp than what we can see now. The bounty notice reads: who among you has the courage to face Gurkuk, the brutal goblin driver wields his drudges as throwing spears, swarming in on any in his way. A reward to any who can defeat Gurkuk and other goblins in Máttugard. Alright. Perfect, we'll do so. What else do you need, Lóssi?
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
The orcs of the Deepsgrave are becoming emboldened in their patrols. I have seen orc raiding parties in Máttugard. They must be dealt with swiftly. We both know how fatal an ambush can be. What angers me more is what the orcs carry. They use ancient dwarf-made weapons, defiling dwarf heritage with each and every swing. Please recover these stolen artifacts if you're able. As you've seen here, that was a small fellowship quest for some of the raiders we saw down below, so that's what I meant by saying those guys are a little bit more challenging.
Our need is dire.
Did you by chance visit the old gardens of Máttugard on your way to Imrêkh-guthlu? It is said that Vâr Nuchur was once a great garden producing food for the Lord of Gundabad. Now it is a barren place filled with critters and dirt. Some seeds were brought with us, yet the orcs have me too preoccupied to plant them. If you are able, would you care to clear the gardens, plant and water the beds, to start the growth anew? Sure. The vector to Deepsgrave. Okay, let's grab it. If you are seeking Deepsgrave, it is not far from here. You can find it by traveling south. Tread carefully, for very few dwarves have yet to venture within the deep shaft. If you do venture there, you should first seek out Feli, an advisor to Nine the Slakeless. Nine has led a group of dwarves into Deepsgrave just recently. They should be on the upper tier in Asleaf. Deepsgrave is the place in which you will find more verticality. Deepsgrave is also really confusing at first, but Deepsgrave also offers easier navigation once you get to know it. Easier navigation in the form of an elevator that at least will take you through the different levels. Back at the garden, that's what I thought. At least an excuse to take care of more gredbyg, right? As we take care of the planters. Would you please? Yeah, thank you. The queen again. Alright. There we go. The fourth planter. We missed the third. It seems. I'm not sure. Gotta keep looking. I know. Here we have those two. Why is the third... why does the third come before... the fourth comes before the third? I don't know. But we have both planters in here anyway. Alright, that was it. Now, gotta find a way down. The body of water, yeah. I remember a little bit about it. Gotta find our way down. I mean, it's good and all that they were trying something so different with Gundabad. The only downside, in my opinion, is that the map doesn't convey too well all the verticality there is. Like, what's located where? If you need to go up, if you need to go down, that kind of stuff. Okay, so here we have some of the raiders for the other quest. But I remember them being so much harder. Who knows? I mean, as long as all these guys count for the core kind Slayer did, I'm not complaining. Now, somewhere around here, you are supposed to find the Trophy Slayer quest. Somewhere. I don't know. Let's see if we are lucky with that. Because, well, since Gundabad is, as of the time of recording, the current endgame area, finding the trophies is not so simple. Everybody's looking for them. Maybe not as much as when Gundabad initially released, but still hard to find. And they take a long time to respawn as well. And I couldn't tell you where some of those trophy hunter enemies are. Don't remember that well. This is the body of water, right? I hope. It's not. God, I'm getting so confused. Once again, just gotta remember how all these places are connected to each other. And we can start having an easier time. But in the meantime, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Alright, we are once again back at Bushatap. And we'll need to defeat some of these goblins. I think the bot riders also count as goblins. That would be nice. Oh, come on. No, the riders don't count as goblins, they count as beasts. So we need to keep looking for the trainers and the other ones. Who were they? Damn lag. Where else can we find goblins? I'm not sure. Beast Slayer advanced. Awesome. What do we have here? Basically that. The deed that we just completed. Ah, plus a new deed, Slayer of Máttugard. Okay, so Beast Slayer advanced. Points and virtue XP. Fidelity is now level 60. That's good. Slayer of Máttugard. Insects and Orkind. Máttugard is really simple. The insects are the ones that might take you the longest. But even then, it's not as time consuming as some of the other deeds in other places of Gundabad. So I don't consider the insect deed a hassle. Now what I have no idea about is where to find Bósi. And again, the map is not that clear in showing you what level exactly is he at. And where to find him. I seem to remember it was such a simple answer that I felt kind of odd. I felt kind of odd when I realized how simple it truly was. Come and get me. Is this the water, the body of water we need to? Yeah, this is a good place to fill up the water jug. Thank you. At least we have that. The water jug is filled to the brim. What are the planters that you have seeded? Oh, come on. We gotta go back. Right. Once again, look on the bright side. This will give us the chance of fighting a couple more insects. Advancing the deed. That's what matters. Once again, there are a couple more places where you can find insects. But with a little bit of luck, by the time we go there, we will have already the insect deed. The insect slayer deed completed. Hope that's the case. Let's take care of this queen too. We're going down, yeah. You asked for it. Bósi is somewhere around it. Around this place. I have not seen him. And I feel... Once again, it's such a simple answer once we get there. And the last one. You have successfully seeded and watered the planters within the old gardens of Máttugard. Only time will tell if your efforts bear any fruit. Yeah, but you could be a little bit more optimistic for me. Where are you, Bósi? Supposed to be on the other side, right? Somehow, somewhere on the other side. God, is this confusing? But you'll see, once we find the answer, it's gonna be such a simple answer that I'm gonna wonder, how did I miss that? What was happening with me? And you're probably right now screaming at your screen. Telling me where to go. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Now, before I forget, though, something I haven't had the chance to talk much about. I mean, we did show it during our timing as an Ulbizar, but even more important here in Gundabad, that we are underground and this is no place for horses. We can only use either goats or boars. And I think for the campaign of Gundabad, I'm gonna be using this thunder boar. No quest to turn in here, that's what I thought. Ah, the supply crates. The supply chest for the trinkets. Good, we can do this here too. Completed the quest. At least that brings us one step closer to level 131. Bósi will have us clean all these mirrors on the way to Imrêkh-guthlu, I believe. So, in a way, we just gotta follow the trail of mirrors. And they will take us where we need to be. From what I remember, once again, it's been so long. Come on, climb it. Yeah, do it. I'm feeling so inclined right now to just jump, bite a bullet and jump. But I'd much rather not do it. on one hand, I'm not sure if I will be able to survive the fall, but on the other hand, that also brings immersion a little bit. And as confused as I am, I still think Gundabad is a really great place to let the immersion really set in, so try to avoid it as much as you can. The easy way down and all that kind of stuff. Do try to avoid it. Now, I'm not sure if the guy we need for the bounty is supposed to be somewhere around this camp. I have not seen him, but what I saw on the map makes it seem like you should be looking for him around this place. Now that we have completed all the goblins we needed to defeat, that leaves us just him. I don't see it on the map. Ah, he's further to the north. Yeah, I remember that now. Where are you, Bósi? South of the Great Pit. Does that mean on the place where we found the mirror, the plague? Or somewhere around that place? Is that what it is? Because once again, I don't remember how to go down. You've seen, I usually don't struggle this much finding my way around LOTRO, even in some of the most confusing places. But of course, I've had the chance of going through most of those confusing places 2 or 3 times already before coming with Beriathan, so by the time I get to new content with Beriathan, I am already familiar enough to be able to make my way around it. That's not the case with Gundabad, which on one hand is so confusing, but on the other hand, I just don't know the place as much as some other places. And I'm running crazy trying to find Bósi. Just gotta make this our quest guide focus, I guess. Don't need to worry about stone claws anymore. That deed is done. And funny enough, the insect slayer deed is almost done as well. And we would definitely get it done by the time we go to the other 2 hives that are located in Máttugard. Oh my god, take a look, here it is at long last. Bósi stands here, studying a troll-shaped stone statue.
Look at this. Even so far underground, this troll has been turned to stone.
Look at this, Beriathan. Even so far underground, this troll has been turned to stone by the ingenious workings of dwarves. By the clever use of mirror mechanisms, my people redirected sunlight through the halls of Máttugard, and at some point during the long years of the mountain's abandonment, this troll ran afoul of the trap. We saw much the same in Moria, did we not? The device that ensnared this troll has become encrusted with dirt and filth, and no longer reflects the light as once it did. Can you clean it of crime and restore the mirror's effectiveness? To the southeast. Oh, come on. I think we're talking about this one. Oh, what now? This dirty mirror is covered in filth and no longer reflects light. Yeah, at least that much I remembered. Now, Bósi will send us cleaning the mirrors all through Máttugard. After good scrubbing, the mirror mechanism once again reflects light.
Very good. That is the start.
There are other similar mechanisms throughout the halls. I sent Bori looking for them, but it would not surprise me to learn that he became distracted from the task and instead went in search of enemies to slay. Following his steps and restore the mirrors, he has not, Beriathan. I intended for him to clean the mirrors to the west. And I think this is where you're supposed to somehow find your way back up. But not through this place. Gotta find a path back to the gardens. At least we're back on track now. Oh my god. Ah, and is this the way up to the gardens? Was it really that simple? Yes, of course it was. Oh, I can't believe it. I told you, this was gonna be so simple that I was gonna be left feeling like an idiot afterwards. What do you think? Will we be able to complete the advanced tier of the Insect Slayer deed in here right now? Who knows if we will do it all, but at the very least, we'll do most of it. Stop it there, you queen. I know, we're halfway through. We're just halfway through, so no. We'll still need to take advantage of some of the other places we will be visiting. But once again, we're making good progress, and here at long last we have the other mirror we need to clean. You scrub filth from the dirty mirror until it gleams. And there is another one here. It shines once again. Northwest of Vâr Nuchur and down a level? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know where to go now. And that's where we will find Bori, right? I hope. Ah, yeah. There it is. There's Bori. Awesome. As you approach the mirror, you see that someone has already cleaned it of grime.
I should have known you would adventure here, and fear nothing.
I should have known you would have adventured here, Beriathan, for it seems you truly fear nothing. My father sent you to help me clean these mirrors. I have already restored this one, but still I appreciate the company. Whenever I see one of these devices, I marvel at it. Here, no less than in Moria, where first I beheld such a thing. For my ancestors to have made a weapon of light in this fashion, That is truly a feat of craft and skill.
The sight of all these trolls turned to stone has raised in me a curiosity.
The sight of all these trolls turned to stone in the halls of Máttugard has raised in me a curiosity, Beriathan. When these creatures were petrified, what happened to their treasures? Might there be valuables hidden away in their hoards? The contents of such a hoard, once ill-gotten, might be cured of that defect when found by good-hearted folk such as us. I have a few spots in mind that might once have served as possible troll hoards. Will you investigate and see if any treasures remain? Try searching a short distance to the south, and once you have done that, try looking far to the east, beyond the Great Pit in the center of Máttugard. Yeah, I think I remember the location of those hoards. I do have some recollection of it, but that will have to wait until the next episode. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.